Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about something a little bit interesting, and that is the discussion of loose plot threads in Ninjago, otherwise known as the loose ends. And what I mean by this is that there are several examples throughout Ninjago of plot points and key characters and key artifacts that are kind of just left over and not really touched upon in any way after their initial debut in whatever season they came out in. In many cases these things just happen to be sticking around for several seasons at a time, and then they just kind of disappear without any actual conclusion. That's basically what I mean by a loose plot thread, and they can be extremely obnoxious in nature, and there are several of them throughout Ninjago, and we're going to be talking about a few prime examples here, the first of which being Pythor. So Pythor did not die or anything like that. He's still around in Ninjago from what we know. He's just not really prevalent in the series anymore, which is kind of, I guess, strange considering how he was a primary villain throughout several of his days throughout the Ninjago series. So you would think that he would actually, get to experience a little bit more screen time, right? Or at least actually have a conclusion that ends off his character and doesn't leave it open or ambiguous. And that's exactly what happened to him. After Dave the Departed, he kind of just dropped off the face of the earth and we never really saw him again. And something similar is happening to Garmadon as well. Garmadon in seasons 8, 9, and 10 was a heavily focused villain that definitely had a lot going on, but now in season 11 he really isn't around, and I guess a lot of that is kind of open to interpretation as well. It's kind of just ambiguous at this point. And they do mention him though in season 11 episode 1. They mention how he's not a threat anymore, but that really doesn't establish a conclusion for his character. I mean, he's still around, they just don't really mention him at all in the series, which again can get kind of annoying. And we've seen this happen throughout several points as well for certain artifacts and weapons. The Realm Crystal was an example of this. After season 6 it kind of just dropped off the face of the earth and didn't really play any important role until it was brought up again in season 10. So that's an example of an artifact that actually had a conclusion. It was destroyed in season 10, so there, it's done. Something though like the elemental blades really didn't have any, I guess, explanation for it. They just kind of disappeared. Same thing with a lot of the other Ninjago, I guess, traditional weapons. And yeah, things like that basically bother me for some reason. I mean, after things disappear after a season of use, it really does kind of throw me off. I mean, I understand why they decide to get rid of them. They don't really need them anymore in the series, and the reason why they had the weapons in the first place was to promote the Lego sets that actually featured those weapons as well. So in a way I can see why, in terms of a business perspective, why this happens sometimes and why certain characters are kind of pushed to the side in favor of bringing in other characters. It's all about, trying to maintain consistency within the show and the sets themselves, but at the same time, story-wise, it does kind of get a little annoying, especially when certain characters such as Pythor and Garmadon are key figures in the story, and then they are just removed for absolutely no reason whatsoever. But let me know down below in the comments what other examples you can think of things in a Ninjago season that were cut out for whatever reason and not really touched on again. I mean, just things that leave an open plot thread. Let me know all your examples down below. I look forward to reading what you guys come up with. With all that being said, that'll just about do it for this video here, so thank you so much for watching this one. If you enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up rating, and of course, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you've not done so already. Once again, guys, the comment section is there for the various discussions that you would like to have regarding this topic, or if you just had a comment of a general nature, that's fine as well. In the description, you will find the links towards my other forms of social media, whether it be my Twitter, my Instagram, my Patreon, or my merch. Be sure to support me on all those platforms if you would like to. With all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.